Kayak Mike here with online catfishing tournaments. If you are not aware, we made the change from fishing or kayak catfishing tournaments over to online catfishing tournaments. So if you go to Facebook and you search for groups online catfishing tournaments, we have changed our banner. We've changed everything. There's the online catfish. This is the page. Don't ever go to the page. I don't check any of the page. I only check the group for everything. Also, if you have any questions, hit my personal Facebook up. This is my personal Facebook right here. If you have any questions, hit up my personal Facebook. This is my personal Facebook. I do not check email. I do not check the messenger for the online catfishing tournaments page, just because I just don't check it. I check my personal Facebook. If you ever have a question, anytime, day or night, send it to me. My notifications are turned off because we often have anglers who are fishing overnight, and I want them to ask me the questions in real time as opposed to maybe a few hours later when they forget or the question might change. Alright, the meat of the story today is how to get to the club, how to register for tournaments when they start back up in March. So you come into Fishing Chaos app, everything from phone to the computer are identical aesthetically, so everything I show you here you can apply to your phone. It's the same exact thing. So it's not like going from two different, visualizations. So you can go to download the Fishing Chaos app, go to club. You can look for us in here, online catfishing tournaments. There we are. Right now we have the greenfish. Click here, go to tournaments, and here are the three series that we have. Scioto River series. That's a series dedicated to the Scioto River. You have your month-long events that OCT hosts and your short online events that OCT hosts. This video is specifically designed for the month-long events, how they're going to be ran come March. So go ahead and click on month-long events. 2022 March OCT month-long events. Go ahead and click on the upcoming one right here. Now when you go to register, or let's go over the rules and descriptions first. So first I want everyone to know our format for 2022, and this is going to be all of 2022, March through October. This is how we're going to run it. There's going to be 4 month-long option events. You have your 5 biggest fish for your bank fishing only. You have your 5 biggest fish for your kayak fishing only. You have your 5 biggest fish for your boat event only. And then you have a 7 fish 30-inch slot limit bank, kayak, or boat event. You can fish from any of the vessels that you want. 7 fish up to but not breaking that 30-inch line. You can only enter 1 event per month. So that means you cannot be in the open bank and the 7 fish slot. You can't be in the open kayak and the 7 fish slot. You have to only enter 1 event every single month. And the reason I opened the slot tournament up to everybody, guys, it's only 30 inches. So to increase the difficulty, I made it 7 fish. But honestly, I fish from the bank, the kayak, and the boat. No one really has an advantage here. The only true advantage here is time on the water. Honestly, that's the only true advantage right here is time on the water. Rod limits. Every single month-long event, it is a 4 rod limit on the vessel. So if you're fishing on a boat and you're fishing with another person who's also registered, the vessel can only have 4 rods out, period. That's to keep the playing field completely even. Because if we're going to have boats in the slot event with bank and kayak, kayaks typically should only be running 4 rods safely. You could get away with more, but we're only going to allow 4 for the kayak. Bank fishermen, don't care what your laws say, you can only use 4 rods. Bank fishing, boat fishermen, same thing. And it's per vessel. So remember that if you're in the 7 fish 30-inch slot limit and you're caught fishing out of a boat with more than 4 rods at any time, you will be disqualified. All the OCT rules apply. Right here to find our rules, you just click on View Rules. I still think they say KCT. I just gotta go in and update this. All the rules apply. Registration up to 11:59 the night before the event starts. We are lowering the entry fee this year to $40. If you're in an open event, 30 of that will go to the pot. $10 of each entry goes to Big Fish. If you're in the slot event, all $40 goes to your pot for the slot event. Payout structures on the Facebook page. It's right here. Right there, there's our payout structure. So if there's 1 to 4 anglers, 100% the first. If there's 5 to 8 anglers, second place gets their money back, and then the remaining money goes to the first place angler, so on and so forth. That's how that's all generated. Alright, and now we are going to go over how to register for the tournament that you want to be part of. Click on register. Your name, so Kayak Mike, no pay lake fishing, understood, rules, yes, fishing vessel. I would like you to add your fishing vessel. If you're bank, just make your fishing vessel bank. If you're fishing out of a boat or a kayak, please put your fishing vessel information in. But this is what I mean. So if you're bank fishing, just type the word bank here and just put just random things throughout the rest. If you're fishing from a boat like a Starcraft, just put like Starcraft boat. Doesn't have to be special. You don't have to be. You can put as much information you want that it's asking for. As long as the name specifies what you're fishing out of, we're fine. All this other stuff isn't really that important to me. So my fishing vessel, I'm going to be fishing the kayak portion of the slot, or not the kayak portion, I'm going to be fishing the slot limit, so it doesn't really matter what fishing vessel I pick. We're going to hit continue. Bank, kayak, boat, so this is the bank open, bank, kayak, boat, 30-inch slot, boat open, kayak open. Right here, this is what I plan on fishing. Continue. Alright, since I'm a subscriber to the app, we're going to save $2.90 in fees. Now I am paying. The screen right before this was my personal checking account information, but now I am paying. Alright, so once you pay, you can go to your tournament home. You're not going to have as many items over here on your side as I do, because I'm an administrator. But now you see 1 angler, 1 ticket, all leaderboards. So once the tournament starts, the leaderboards will look more like this. You can see 30-inch slot limit, 5 biggest catfish from the bank, 5 biggest catfish from the kayak, 5 biggest from the boat. Remember, each one of these are their own tournament. Right here, biggest catfish for the open events. Anyone who is in an open event, your biggest catch will go here. Now, each open event has their own big fish, but every single biggest fish from the anglers fishing in the open events will go right here. Just so everyone knows that. Like, if the biggest fish caught in the entire month came from a boat angler, they're not getting all the money for big fish. You're just getting all the money for the boat's big fish. So if there's 5 entries in the boat tournament, they'll get $50. If there's 10 entries from the kayak tournament, the biggest fish in the kayak open tournament will get $50. And yeah, you come down here, you could search all the leaderboards, you could search for anglers, you could click on the angler rosters so you can see me there. And yeah, once you register, all the details go away. You just click on show details again. That opens up everything. And if anyone has any questions, hit me up on Facebook. I'm looking forward to 2022. I'm looking forward to more parity in the anglers and the competitions. And come 2023, the goal is we want to grow the sport. The events that average closer to 10 anglers per event are the events that will stay on the roster come 2023. So that's how we're going to work this year. This is staying standard for the entire year. It's not being touched. It's going to go through March through October. And our off season again is going to be November, December, January, February. The only events that go on in those 4 months are just going to be personal events that people want me to put on. But yeah, this is going to be our standard going forward. And then come 2023, if one of these formats just really falls flat on its face, I'm just kicking it out of the formats for 2023. All right, Kayak Bike out of here.